I think one thing that SegmentStream does really differently from a lot of platforms, a lot of folks talk about like how to measure, and that's hard enough as it is, but what do you do with that information once you have insights from different platforms, different measurement? SegmentStream has a way to take those results from your synthetic conversions, the stuff that's coming from visit scoring, and then you can directly optimize the bidding in platforms like Google and Meta right now, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we have two ways how we activate insights, because like initially once we've built the product, we understood that actually like, yes, you see all these reports, but in many cases, like analytics just stays in eyes of analysts.
Yeah.
And
Or
we
a
decided,
screenshot in a PowerPoint slide and it's shared
yeah,
with a couple
and we
people.
decided we invested a lot of money into this, but we just wanted to know, like our product team wanted to know, like, do our clients really use analytics?
Mm.
Because like many companies invest like hundreds of thousands of dollars a year into different marketing measurement methodologies, but they just look at these reports and they're like, okay, nice. And we've built a metric which is called adoption. So actually how this works, like we check on a weekly basis results of attribution, and we give recommendation what exactly needs to be done. So you like it's very prescriptive. You need to decrease like budget for this campaign from $100 a day to $50 a day, and for this campaign you need to increase from 100 to 150. So exact recommendations based on the numbers of the attribution. And then we create an API connectors and we connect it to AdPlat, but we also pull calls data about everything, so we know what happens. So and we look at the next week and we see that nothing happened, like they didn't do anything. And like we understood, like maybe 95% of our clients, they were not following attribution. They were just looking into dashboards and they were doing some other stuff there. And maybe they were doing something, but it was not correlate. Like actual results, what was applied was not correlate. So ad platform was not properly synchronized with analytics, because ad platform uses different attribution. Well, ad platform uses its own pixels, its own target ROAS, which is based on average ROAS and not on marginal ROAS. So even if you're gonna like, if you see like 2x ROAS in SegmentStream, and you're gonna put target ROAS 2x on Google, those are two different numbers based on absolutely different methodologies. So we decide how can we like synchronize attribution, how we can synchronize analytics with actually what happens inside ad platforms. And the first thing that we've implemented was a synthetic conversion. So essentially visit scoring attributes conversions to visits that have not converted. But Facebook and Google, they do not have any conversions for visits. That for them, it's like wasted spend. For example, it was a user who actually like was researching a product, who like almost made a decision to buy, maybe even send a link using WhatsApp to a wife. But then there is no conversion from this device and browser. And what Facebook gets, oh, this visit was completely useless. I should not be buying more users like this. And this was like, and this incorrect, this breaks the smart bidding algorithm. And then there is some other user out of the blue or from the retargeting that buys immediately, like maybe the wife who clicked the link and eventually made a purchase. And you have this conversion and you don't understand what's going on. Like it's completely broken customer journey. So to compensate for this, like we decided to create a synthetic conversion. So at the end of the visit, if we see that this visit is valuable, if we see that Facebook should be bringing more customers like this, because this customer was really interested in the brand, in the product, and has very high probability to buy, even though they might not buy from the same device or browser, we create a synthetic conversion, which is synthetic. It means like it's not real. There was no real conversion.
Right.
But we fire it as an event and we send it using Conversions API to Google or Facebook or LinkedIn or TikTok, etc. So this was the first way how we implemented this activation. So now you can optimize your upper funnel campaigns. And for some clients, it was an amazing, elegant like way to solve their problem of upper funnel, because their upper funnel were not getting any signals at all. There were no last click conversions at all, and they were optimizing for landing page views or for clicks, which are not correlating with conversions at all. So we've changed this, and now they were optimizing for synthetic conversions for high value customers, for high value like potential customers. The next step of activation was actually applying budget recommendations. So we know that when we show that in our attribution, the ROAS of this campaign is 2x, and marginal ROAS is, for example, 1.5, and marginal ROAS of another campaign is 1.2. Like we know exactly that budget for this campaign needs to be increased, and for another campaign needs to be decreased. But how to apply it in the ad platform? Because you need to make all these calculations. Okay, how to map SegmentStream's marginal ROAS to Google Ads ROAS, how much we need to change the target so that we exactly match that our budget going to decrease by 20%. So it's a lot of calculations because of mismatch of attributions, bidding strategies, etc. So we've created algorithm, and now you have all these recommendations, like list of recommendations, how exactly you need to adjust the budget. And then you just have apply button, and you just click this apply button, and we connect using API to Google, to Facebook, and you can even create cross-channel portfolio. And we just apply these budgets automatically. So we exactly calculate that to achieve like 1.5 marginal ROAS on SegmentStream, you need to set target ROAS on Google 2.5 and increase daily budget by 7.5%. And this way we're really proud of this, that on many clients, we achieved like 80% adoption of insights. 100% is almost impossible because still like sometimes platforms behave very unpredictably. Sometimes they overspend, sometimes they use like their own signals when they decide that they need to bid higher, etc. But 80% adoption is already good. So our clients are able to apply these recommendations on a weekly basis. And some of our clients have hundreds of campaigns. And before, they just needed to go inside Google Ads and apply this like changes in budget for every single campaign that took like hours and hours. And at best, they were able to do this monthly. Now they just can click apply button, and all these changes are applied in a second.
Fascinating. That's super cool. I'm happy we got into that topic because I feel like that really differentiates your offering from a lot of different measurement attribution platforms on the market. I love the synthetic conversion data sent back to the platforms themselves. Not only are you improving your bidding strategy from that, but you're teaching the algorithm better, like how to serve those ads to better customers instead of just people that buy.
Yeah,
I think that's
and
fascinating.
also like measurement through action is the most accurate measurement, because like an example before with marginal ROAS, if you just keep your like $1,000 a day investment and you have 2,000 in return, you just have 2x ROAS, and there is no way to measure marginal ROAS. The only way to measure marginal ROAS is by doing, we call it controlled budget shift. You need to do to destabilize your system, and you need to do this budget shift to decrease budget, to increase budget, to understand this like differences in incrementality. So that's why like I don't believe in static measurement. Measurement should be dynamic. You should be always like destabilizing the system, applying different budget changes to be able to allow the model to train on new data.